again, depends what you're buying, but I mean, we are seeing the banks, the institutions coming back into the market. I think in the last 12 months, we've probably seen margins come in by about 100 bips. They are freeing up the market. I think a lot of it's to do with QE, quantitative easing. So they've got to do something with the money. You could be cynical and say. So we might be a great time in the terms of where returns are and the cost of borrowing to jump in now if you can access it. In terms of LTVs, you're still not really seeing much beyond 55%. Club deals, yes, club deals are still very much the flavour of the month. It depends, again, how much you want to borrow, but the institutions are there for a couple of 100 million if you've got the right risk profile. The banks, probably 50 to 100, but the markets are moving again.
Okay, and broadly, is the same number? Is it the same players, or are you seeing more people coming into the market? Are you seeing the debt funds coming more into it? The insurers? Is more of that money finding its way into the system?
Yeah, it's not necessarily the same players as it was before, but it's the banks are coming back. Not necessarily the banks that were big into funding previously. The institutions are definitely coming back in, and the CMBS market is also rearing its head again, amazingly.
We never buy assets outright ourselves. We always invest through managers, so the managers have the contacts with the banks. But as the animal that we are, we tend to use a lot of equity, certainly in this market. And banks love to lend money to those who don't need it. So we can actually find a fair amount of banks that are willing to lend 30-40% at attractive rates, and that enhances our returns even at those low levels because debt is so inexpensive. Similarly, providing debt offers an interesting opportunity for us. So we are actively financing student housing and residential development in London, as well as providing mezzanine loans to parties who are more opportunistic in nature, maybe.